Guys, welcome back to Coliseum Forum. It's been a minute. We have a new visual style here for Coliseum Forum, and since we're doing something completely new with Coliseum Forum, we thought we'd get you a super cool guest to talk to today, and that's Miss Marvel's own Matt Lintz. How are you doing, sir?
Hey, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. I'm super excited to be here. I'm excited to be a guest.
So this is something we were talking about before the show started. You're actually our second guest that started on Walking Dead. Well, not started on Walking Dead, but was a Walking Dead featured guy, and then has transitioned into the magical giant world that is the MCU.
Yeah, no, it's crazy, and I'm honored because Ross is such a good guy, and you need to get more. There's a few more Walking Dead alum that are in the MCU too.
So Michonne goes to Okoye, right? And then who else am I missing?
It's Michonne. It's Henry. I can't think of it, but there's like two more.
There's probably.
Oh no, Judith. She plays Sylvie.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's actually kind of where I want to start. So you're all The Walking Dead. That was a huge phenomenon. Your little sister was actually on Walking Dead too, the first two seasons, right?
Yep, she was. So she played Sophia, the girl who walks out of the barn, which was a heartbreak. And then my brother actually played Kid Henry through season 7 through part of 9, and then I came in when they aged him up. So it's been like a family affair for sure.
So we Walking Dead, I'm guessing that's a big production. There's a lot of extras and a lot going on that show. If you've never watched, I'm not going to spoil anything. It's the zombie apocalypse, right? But now we jump to the MCU, Miss Marvel. How big and how different are the productions for between like something like The Walking Dead and then something like Miss Marvel?
Yeah, no, I'll tell you, they both are very similar in the fact that they're very well-oiled machines. They know exactly what they need to do. And going into Walking Dead, I mean, it was amazing. I grew up watching it. I grew up on set because of my siblings. And then just having the chance to go to Marvel, which is a huge production in business as well, which was great. But they did definitely have some similarities, but also some differences. I mean, going to Marvel, it was a little bit bigger. But everything else about it, like the people that were part of both were really, really nice. And I'm just happy to be a part of both.
Excellent. That's awesome. So let me ask you this. I think you just had your 21st birthday last month, right?
I did, May 23rd. Yeah.
Iron Man comes out, 2009. So you've basically had MCU movies your entire, childhood into adulthood. What's it like to be a part of that universe now?
Well, it's crazy because I grew up watching the Tobey Maguire films, which were even before then. So I grew up on that. Then I saw the Incredible Hulk, and then obviously Iron Man and all the way up. I mean, I've been a huge fan ever since I was a kid. I've seen every movie, every show. And just to have that opportunity to be a part of it has been just amazing. And I've had definitely a lot of auditions for them, and I got really close to Spider-Man a little bit ago, but just having the opportunity to work with such amazing people has been great.
So I saw in another interview, somebody had asked about Bruno's intelligence versus some of the other younger super, Shiri or Peter, as you mentioned, Spider-Man.
Yeah.
You said you didn't want to really start a competition there, but really, how do you think Bruno stacks up?
I don't know. I mean, if you look at the comics, I mean, you could interpret it a million different ways. I think he definitely is up there with Peter and Tony. Shuri might be a little bit of a I think she, just because of she's from Wakanda. I mean, she has
right.
such I think she probably is the smartest, but I mean, I think Bruno is definitely up there with Peter and Tony, maybe Bruce. Who knows? He definitely, I know he looks up to Bruce, especially in the show. I mean, so
right.
He's up there though.
Much better school system over there in Wakanda.
Yeah, just a little bit, right? Just a little bit.
So this week brings us to tomorrow brings us to episode 4, right?
It does indeed.
So I know obviously we can't ask for spoilers a day ahead of time, but of the 6, which is your personal favorite episode?
Oh, of the 6. Okay. I mean, this is a pretty basic answer, but I mean, the finale I love. I also love 3. 3 was really fun to shoot because of the wedding scene. We were all dressed up, and there was a lot of action in that one. But I think it's probably between 3 and 6.
3 and 6. Okay. And then obviously, some of the other MCU actors are known for being bad at this. I'm just going to ask, are we going to see more Bruno after Miss Marvel?
Oh, come on. I don't know. I barely know. I barely know what's happening in the show itself. I mean, Marvel, they always have a plan. They always know exactly what they're going to do. I don't know it personally. I would love to come back. I mean, I love playing that character. I love being a part of that Miss Marvel story, but we'll see. We'll see if there's more story to be told.
Okay. And so, we talked about this a little bit in the pre-interview before we got started today, but like, are you there Wednesday night? Like, okay, it's Miss Marvel time. Let's
I'm
go.
there. I'm there 3 a.m. on Eastern time. Yeah, no, I'm there. It's funny because I know what happens, but I'm like, I need to watch it. I want to watch it. So I'm up I'll be up tonight watching it too. So it's gonna be, I'm a big fan of it.
So yeah, obviously you filmed it. You were there, right? But have you already seen all the final cuts and everything, or is it like Disney Plus premiere that's new for you that night too?
I saw the first 4 cuts, but I still haven't seen 5 or 6. So I will probably be a viewer just like you guys watching it.
Very cool. So over your career, and I mean, you did Pixels with Adam Sandler, your own Walking Dead. Now you're in the MCU. Who are some of your favorite co-actors to work with?
I mean, Adam Sandler was great. I mean, it's iconic. I mean, he's such an awesome person and actor. But honestly, like working with everyone from The Walking Dead was because I grew up watching them. I love them, and especially like Norman Reedus and Melissa McBride were great. There's so many people that I've had the pleasure to work with, and I couldn't give you one name though. I mean, there's a bunch. Okay,
fair enough. So, obviously we're kind of in that generation where like being into comics, it's cool. I mean, we have the MCU, you've been in Walking Dead, both big comics properties. Is that kind of like where you see yourself? Is that the stuff you like doing, or would you like to do some like more dramatic or maybe some more comedy like Pixels? Or
I mean, honestly, like for me, I can as an actor, I just want to do what feels right to me, and if I like the story, if I like the character, I'm going to do it. I don't think I'm subject to like just any particular genre, whether that be like comic book style movies, action like hero stuff, or comedy. I want to do it all. I think in my career, I want to look back on it and say I've done everything.
Okay, yeah, that's awesome. That's a great answer.
Yeah.
So you're surrounded by these super talented actors, and they're playing all these superheroes. Obviously, Bruno has his super intellect, but if you could have any other power in the MCU, what would you have?
Okay. See, this is a good one because I could go the normal route and say like super speed or strength or whatever. Honestly, I would probably do teleportation because it's so convenient. Like imagine like in your like right now, like if I wanted to go somewhere, I could just teleport.
Yeah, you could be here like in the studio with us.
Exactly. I could be there right now if I just teleport. I think I'd do that. But if there were aliens or beings I had to fight, I'd probably do like super strength or something like that, or maybe whatever Wanda's powers are, like the witch.
Oh, like chaos
powers.
magic. Yeah. That's hopefully you use them a lot nicer. Spoiler alert than she does recently.
Yeah.
I'm still recovering. I'm a huge Fantastic Four fan, so I'm still recovering from that movie a little bit.
Yeah, no, I mean I'm excited. I'm excited to see what they do because I like even though I'm in the Marvel universe and like literally as we were filming our show, like Spider-Man was filming next to us. I wasn't even allowed to go in there to look at anything. Like I know just as much as you do. Like I don't know what's going on.
Wasn't it like they put blinders on and they're just like walk in the studio, eyes ahead of you?
Basically, like our base camp where like our trailers and our hair and makeup team and everyone, we were on one side, but like the Spider-Man base camp was like gated off in the corner. They had guards, like you couldn't get close to it. So they definitely don't trust us.
So I don't. Well, I mean, Tom Holland and Mark Ruffalo. They typically, a couple of times have said things they probably shouldn't have. Now let me ask you this: have you got to meet anybody from the other franchises? Like, have you got to hang out with anybody besides the cast?
Yeah, no, I met so Tom came to our set. We were filming Avenger Colony in episode 1, and he came over and just stopped by and wanted to see what we were filming and what we were doing, and it was really cool to get to meet him and hang out with him for a little bit. Xochitl Gomez I met from Doctor Strange, which she's amazing. I love her in that movie. I'm trying to think who else. I want to meet more. I don't know who else I've met. I met Robert Downey Jr. like years ago, but I mean, other than that, I haven't met too many. But hopefully,
Was it MCU related, or you were just like, at the?
Oh, I was screen testing for Spider-Man, and he read out a paper for me, which was crazy. But
that's got to be insane.
Yeah, no, I mean it was psycho. But other than that, I hope I get to meet more. But we will see.
So as an actor and somebody that, you've done really, really cool stuff at this point, do you ever get starstruck, or you ever just like, oh my God, do you know who that guy is? Or you know
that lady is? Oh, yeah, no, of course. I mean, Tom Holland, he's so good, and to see him, and I saw Zendaya. I mean, I said like one word to her, but that was crazy, and stuff like that. Just seeing those people, it happens all the time. Yeah. What
was the one where you said to Zendaya?
Oh, so we were doing like promotional stuff at the studios, and they were driving me on a golf cart. I forgot where, but they were just driving me on a golf cart, and I'm like sitting there just minding my own business, like just it's a normal day, like working, whatever. And like I look to my right, and it's literally Zendaya eating lunch like outside the stages, and I'm like, hi. And she's like, hey. And I just drive by, and that's all I said, but it was like the coolest thing.
Yeah, no, like I just been like, I love you and Euphoria. It's like we drove by, like, made it. I'm really. It's weird that they let me host this show because I'm like really, like I'm a fanboy. So like, hang out with you right now, like you're on Miss Marvel, like you're like the big talk in my house. Like I have a 4-year-old and 5-year-old boy. Miss Marvel is like the thing, and Bruno is like their guy. Oh, and so like all week I've been like, hey, you know what I'm doing at work this week? Dad's talking to Bruno. They don't believe me, so I can't wait to get home tonight and be like, hey. Who's Dad talking to?
Yeah, well, tell them I said hi.
I will absolutely do that. But I mean, going from like, I mean, you do Pixels. That's a pretty big movie. That was fun with Adam Sandler. You do Walking Dead, and then now you're in the MCU with Miss Marvel. Like, what's next? Like, what are you looking forward to doing now?
I don't know. I mean, I'm just taking it a day at a time. I'm not really one to plan stuff, or but if a role comes that I really like, I'll do it. But it just depends. I'm happy where I'm taking a little bit of a break, just chilling out, and the support for the show has been amazing, and so many people have been reaching out. It's just been very heartwarming. So I'm good with where I'm at right now.
Well, obviously. If you're following us on social media or checked out Matt's, he's coming to visit us here at Coliseum of Comics this weekend.
You guys better be there.
We're doing the red, white, and blue Marvelous weekend. You're part of it. You're going to be visiting 3 of our stores: our Tampa store, our Kissimmee store, and then our Oakleaf store in Jacksonville. It's crazy. Yeah. Let me ask you this: How do you deal with that? From like that's 3 days of travel, and then you're going to meet all these people, and they're all hopefully going to be like, "Oh my God, we love you, Matt!" Like how do you? How do you deal with that?
I mean, it's not even like, I don't even know. Like, it's just like, so I don't know how to express it. It's just, it's heartwarming, and it's amazing. And people, coming out to see me is great. Cause I was just at a show in Albuquerque, and everyone there was so sweet, and people were saying they love the show. It's been so weird because I've been the past 2 years, I've had to, be hush hush about it. I couldn't say anything. I couldn't, talk about the show or anything like that. And now that it's finally out, I get to. It feels really good.
So I found this out after the fact. You and I have actually been in the same room before.
What?
Yeah, you did. I think it was Ancient City Con.
Where was that? Where was that?
And it was in St. Augustine or Jacksonville.
Oh, what? Yeah.
And I was the panel moderator for that show. Like I did this, but at the con,
yeah,
and you were there. And then after the fact, I was like going through stuff, and it's like special guest Matt Lintz. And I was like, I could have talked to Matt Lintz like 2 years ago, like a year ago.
I remember that one. Yeah, it was Jacksonville. Yeah.
So not your first time in Jacksonville, but first time being at a Coliseum, and this is your first time doing a signing at a comic book shop, period, right?
I know. This is the first ever time I will do that.
So I meant to ask this question at the beginning. We'll tie it into the comic book question thing, though. Are you a comic book guy? Do you read comics?
Actually, no. Like I was more. I never liked reading as a kid, which I don't know. Like I should have read more books, I guess, but I never did that, and I never really did comics. But it was cool. When I booked the role for Bruno,
Right.
I was like, oh wow, like I mean, I guess I should start because obviously Bruno is very prominent in the Miss Marvel run, so I was able to read those, and it's really cool, and I definitely there's so many now though, like of like
Oh yeah.
especially Marvel, like I just get overwhelmed and I don't know where to start, but
Oh yeah.
maybe you or some other people can help me and guide me where to
Oh, we
start.
got you. Don't worry.
Yeah.
That's what we do here. But no, I mean, this is the thing. I could never be in your position just because like I would just carry around like an issue of Captain Marvel like that had my character and be like, hey, this is me. Did you know this is me? I did this guy. This is what I did. This is me. Or I'd have like
Yeah.
like Walking Dead back issues with me, like, hey, have you heard of
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
before? Yeah, couldn't
It's
do
weird
it.
because Amon is the biggest Miss Marvel and or just Marvel fan in general. Like she knows everything. She's read every comic. She has comics on her wall, and I'm just now starting, so I need to catch up.
Well, that's the other thing I wanted to ask you. So obviously, getting ready for this, you do a lot of research, so you know who you're talking to. If anybody wants to see Matt Lintz's rendition of Roxanne, that is on YouTube. Go watch it. I would recommend it to you.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. There's a lot of there's a lot of stuff on YouTube that especially when I'm younger, which is just
um, yeah,
great.
fair. I'm lucky. I'm like that just elder millennial generation where we didn't have like cameras everywhere. So like
Yeah,
all my dumb stuff is just relocated to like people's memories. You know what I
yeah.
mean? So like, yeah. But with so I watched a lot of press. Like you guys have done a ton of press for the show and everything like that. Obviously getting ready. Is she always like a 10 like that? Like is she just always on like that?
I mean, sometimes it just depends. I feel like we especially that week was the premiere and it was the global debut. So like, and we were all able to finally talk about it. So I think we were all like very very wired and excited because we had to keep our mouths shut for so long. But no, she's great. I mean,
How long
she.
had you since you had wrapped before like you guys are done before you were able to actually talk about
Oh, I mean, well, it just depends because we started October of some. I don't even remember. It's been so long ago, but we finished principal, which was like principal photography. Then there was filming in Thailand, and then we stopped there, and then came back for reshoots, and then there was a lot. I mean, I don't even know, but all I know is we finished, and then a couple months went by, and then the premiere. So I mean, it's been a long time.
That's wow. Yeah, I don't see. And this is why I couldn't be an actor because I'd be on Twitter like, guys, let me tell you what we did today.
Oh, I know. Like it's been torment because we've all been so excited and it's just been like, oh, when can we talk about it?
So here we are. Let's talk about it a little bit. So we know episode 3, episode 6, your favorite episodes. Favorite scene to shoot for Miss Marvel, if it's happened already.
I will tell you my favorite scene from episodes 1 through 3.
Okay, deal.
God, there's so many. Let me think. I mean, I definitely the Mr. Wilson scene was really fun. I mean, he's great. He's so funny. But also, I love the dance scene in episode 3. I don't want to spoil too much if you haven't seen it,
Sure.
but there's a big dance wedding scene in episode 3, and there was a bunch of rehearsal. We had like a whole like 4-day rehearsal for that, and that was super fun to shoot.
So are you a dancer? Like, do you
No,
like?
no, no. That's the funny thing is I remember I remember getting those scripts and I was like, oh yeah, like this is great. There's a dance. And it didn't say much in the write-up of the script. It was like there's like I just didn't know. And we get to set one day and like, oh yeah, like you'll have to go to rehearsal for that, man. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm in it. Okay, that's great. Like I'll probably be in the background or something. And I get to the rehearsals on like a Saturday morning or something. And they come up to me and they're like, hey Matt, we want to let you know that you're gonna be front and center with Oman. And I'm like, guys, I don't know if you don't know, but I am not a dancer like that. That's not what I signed up for. But
You're like hitting them with the shimmy, like.
yeah, no, I was bad. But they had a lot of work to do with me. But I think it turned out pretty good. And all I know is I had a lot of fun. So that's all that matters.
Well, it's turned out awesome. The show is amazing. You are awesome. I can't wait to see what you do in the future. I don't want to tie you up too much longer just because I get to hang out with you in like.
I know we're gonna have a
48
good
hours.
3 days, man. It's gonna be
We're
fun.
having awesome for 3 days.
Yeah.
And guys, if you're watching this right now and you're in Florida, like you should swing by. We're
You need to
starting
swing by.
the
You have to. Please do.
Coliseum in Tampa, right? We're starting there. That's Friday. And then Saturday, we're doing that double header. Everybody's like, is he going to be able to get from Kissimmee to Jacksonville?
Oh,
like,
of course. Oh, I got it. It's going to be good. We're going to have a blast. I'm excited to see the shops too. It'll be fun. Yeah.
I can't wait to like, trust me, when you show up, I'm going to have a stack of comics for you and be like, here's where you start.
No, actually, dude, please. I want to start. I like literally like I will go to these conventions and see all these comics. I'm like, where do I start? Like, there's so many runs. I don't know where to go. I don't know where to start.
Well, we've got you. That's what we're known here for, Coliseum of Comics. We're experts. That's what they tell us. That's what they tell us. Yeah. Matt, you've been awesome, man. I am looking forward to meeting you this weekend. If you are interested, again, Coliseum New Tampa on Friday, Kissimmee and Oakleaf in Jacksonville on Saturday. Guys, come out. What a better way to spend your Independence Day weekend than hanging out with us at the shop. Matt, thank you so much, man. You've been absolutely awesome. Thank you.
Of course, man. Thank you so much.